The modern idea of human rights is actually very much rooted in Judaism, one of its earliest sources. So the Torah's insistence that every human being is created b'tselem Elohim, in the image of God, was at the time a very radical universal baseline of dignity. We should remember and be proud of the Jewish roots of human rights when we celebrate Human Rights Day. After the Holocaust, many Jewish lawyers, diplomats, and scholars pushed very much for the international community to codify universal human rights protections. And René Cassin, who was a French Jewish jurist, played a really central role. He was one of the co-drafters and central architects of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, along with Eleanor Roosevelt. And, that has really set the framework for human rights in international law. At its core, human rights are inalienable rights that derive by virtue of us being human beings. They're not rights that we have to earn. So, for example, the right to freedom from torture, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, all of these rights, the right to freedom from discrimination, these are rights that are intrinsic. We have those rights, frankly, irrespective of what kind of human being we are. And we should remember that as well, because, as a minority community, we have often borne the brunt of very significant human rights abuses over time. And we should remember that we are just as entitled to those human protections as anybody else. I would say that we hear and see the libel, the smear campaign against Israel constantly. We should not buy into it. Israel's actions should, of course, be scrutinized, just like any other democracy, but that scrutiny needs to be honest, it needs to be contextual, and it should be free of double standards. When Israel is singled out or demonized in such a disproportionate way as it is globally, it ceases to be a human rights criticism and it becomes something else entirely. ECAJ has worked since 1944 to protect the rights and safety of Jewish Australians, but also, we have worked tirelessly to advocate for the rights of other communities too. We've been at the forefront of the civil rights movement. We supported The Voice, and, we continue to support a whole range of communities and work closely with other communities who are also experiencing racism. We work for a society that's free of anti-Semitism, and a society where Jewish life is protected and celebrated, and Jews are free to express themselves and enjoy their full freedoms just like anybody else.